Hello and welcome. This is Donna. I want to share with you the flip through of the journal challenge, the spring journal challenge that I did with Alex from Crafty Gooz. I went ahead and worked on it and I tried to record a couple times, but it just wasn't working for me. So we get the final flip through here. I did do a video on this cover and the 3D element. So just let me tip this book for you. And I do want to explain something about the spine. I hope that's not too blurry. So I used a method where I digged the signatures with a ribbon with just a two-hole signature, and then I put glue on the ends and I backed them and pushed them right up to the doubled lace, and we'll get into that and I'll show you that. I just want to make sure. This is so big, it's a little difficult to put it in frame. So on the side here, let me just unclip. I won't unclip this, which has what I call helicopters, maple seeds. And let me unclip this. I'll show you that. Alex did do a video today, and it looks like she's almost done with her journal. And I was really trying to stick to 2 signatures or 1, but I can't. I don't know what it is about me. I just keep adding more and more papers. So this is, and I'm just going to take that off there, because this is a little flip through. There is a little charm there and a bird. And these are slide mounts, and I've used flowers from my own journal, and this method is Shabby Soul's method of tab books, and I will try to find that video and link it below. She did it with larger cards, and you can do more than just the 2-tab 1-tab thing that I did here. And of course I used the Tracy Fox labels and grunged everything up, and I chose to use lace. These are, okay, let's talk about that. Okay, so these are from my garden. So this is probably, I can't remember, kind of fern. This is Silver Falls, which is an annual, and it dries beautifully. It's perfect. You always see them with geraniums. Baby's Breath, which we all know. And geraniums, or hydrant, yeah, it's a hydrangea, from the hydrangeas, and more ferns, and this was a piece of delphinium. So I had the greatest time with this little booklet. It was really fun. So check out Shabby Soul's video on that. I think it's a year old. I did have to look it up to find it. And here we go. So here's the front with our 3D elements. And I will get right in here. Sorry if I have any shaking going on. It's a little curious here. This was a padded book. It was a garden book. So we will pull it up here. I'm going to use another journal and a book to kind of set under there. And I just need to see if this is in frame, and it's not. Sorry. Okay. It's hard when they're big books. I'm not used to this. Okay, so I did keep the spine from the book itself after I got it and it's a garden. And a lot of the fuzzy cuts that'll be in here are from this actual book. I made a library pocket, and this is a photo of a painting I did after taking a class with Lolly Mill. And it just has handmade because you're worth it. I think a lot of us have the stamp, and I just wrote my name that I made the journal. And here we go. These are botanical prints from a book, which I have. There's a lot of grunge in here. And I was thinking of spring and bulbs, and there's a lot of things that are going to be similar to what Alex has done too, because I watched her video today, and it was funny how my husband calls it telepathic, but it's kind of a joke, you know. of the same train of thought. So I used this as a pocket. I too, like Alex, went through my stash of tags and cards to use for pockets that I already had made from mass making things that I've done before. So here we go again with that's a sticker, Fern. I know she doesn't write a lot in her journals. I personally don't either. I like to just see the art, but I did want to make space for journaling. This is a piece from these, this is the Montgomery Ward. So just so she can order a lovely thermometer to put outside her door, so she'll know when spring is, because we're all hoping for that soon. And this is one of those, you'll see, it's an attachment. What else do people call it? It's like sticking an extra page on there, just like a floating page. But there we go with it. One of those plates from the Botanical book. This was from a garden catalog or gardener's journal that I have, so you can write down things in that. This is on the other side of that. Obviously, Edith Holden makes a great tuck. There we go with the birds coming back. And this was a lovely card that I received, and I just backed it, and I did some fussy cuts, and that's tulip in French. Lots of stamping. I recently purchased the Tim Holtz Field Notes stamp set. I love it. It's all over this book. And just had a lot of fun with this. I found this beautiful little snippet in my collection of scraps. There's lots of different vintage laces in here that I've just used scraps from. And it was nice to just go through bags or boxes of scraps and find these little things. I did make some new little tags for this. This is a gorgeous, there's 4 of these in here. So these are paper clips from my friend Marie, who hopefully is going to have a YouTube channel soon. And she was a guest reading French for me when I did a Happy Mail once. But she gifted me these beautiful things along with a fantastic Happy Mail that just came at the perfect time when I was really down. And I haven't done a flip through yet because I would like to do the flip through and then link to her new channel. So we'll see how that goes. And so I'll just put that right here. This is in order form from a seed catalog from probably a digital kit print. Some of my digital kit prints are years old, even before I started a YouTube, and therefore I wasn't very organized about where they came from, and I'm sorry if I don't have all the names for you. A lot of these pages were from 1820s book, maybe. And so there's these lovely, beautiful little tissue papers that can cover up things. And I just loved this image. You know, she's surveying her garden and trying to figure out what she wants to plant or move. Tulip. This is music sheet. Coffee dyed paper. I used a stencil and some white gesso and made this. This is also a digital kit. Just a little flip and with some writing space. Lots of different laces. And I just got that tool, that Tim Holtz tool, where you scratch all the paper and, you know, kind of distress it. This was from, oh, you all know the stamps. Who are they? Oh my goodness. I get their emails all the time. So they always throw extras in the stamp collection. I'll link it down below. So I just threw that on there, on this beautiful flowered cardstock. Another little tag, Tim Holtz based with a sticker. This is a page from a seed catalog, vegetables. Ooh, I should go like that. I'm hoping it, sorry if you can't, it doesn't go all the way down, but it folds up like that. And here are some altered file cabinet library cards. I did a whole bunch of these one time. This is an envelope with this little card that has extra stamps and stamps for mushrooms and things like that. Pardon me. I wanted to do a lot of deckled edges. There's the other part of the music sheet. And here is that book page. The handwriting is unbelievable. The date is not on this one, but basically what it was, what was it called? Jenny something. And it was Irish. And it was similar to what a yearbook would have been. And in this book, it had, you know, warmest wishes and regards and things like that to you and your future. And so it kind of reminded me of a yearbook. I did some stamping on the other side, stock paper, a lovely little collage with different lace elements, a tag. This was given to me. I did not make this. I'm pretty sure I didn't make this. I don't know. So there's that. And then Marie made this, which I think is gorgeous. Look at these laces. And I made it into a pocket so that I could put this, a couple of pages from this book, Your First Garden, planting dates for bulbs. That would be fall. But there's also a lovely little blueprint, and there's in Your First Garden, that would be spring bulbs, so daffodils and things like that. There's another lovely print. Here's more of those cards that I made. I loved the birds on here. And then another journaling tag with a dahlia. This is also a digital kit, which I absolutely love. Marie gave me a gift of a digi kit one time. This is gorgeous. Can't remember whose it is though. Vintage wallpaper with some fussy cuts out of that floral botanical book. I just love this image. And here we have some pages that I folded and made lots of little pockets and tucks with. Decorated, and mushrooms and stamps. Dance of the Wildflowers. Collaging. There's one with a horse chestnut. And that's what the flowers look like. And this is the fruit in the fall. And this flips over, and I made another collage. And I used some of my handmade paper behind there, and I printed on vellum. And then here is another card. Here is the back side of that plan, the spring bulb plan. Some daffodils, spring bulbs. Beautiful coffee stain design paper. And this flips up, and we have another one of those beautiful paper clips, altered paper clips from Marie, and more of the library tags. I made these out of scraps, and I think Tim Holtz, what kind of packages are they? Just like little element packages, and I glued it so that it would create a pocket. And I'm trying to think who did these. I'm not sure if it was Tracy Fox. It was layered tags. It was a while ago, but this was my layered tag that I stamped, and I pressed a, what is in there? I'm not sure. It dried in an interesting way that I don't know what it is. So that just goes like that. Lots of stitching, by the way. I'm not sure if you noticed. I've stitched a lot of pages. I just love this. Absolutely gorgeous. There's a clematis. And another library card as a pocket, woods. And since it was woods, I decided to use this tag that had a doe. And this was a print, a botanical page. There's another one of those tags with a fox on that beautiful coffee stained paper. And this was from that original book that had the beautiful writing in it, along with the tissue that went with it. Beautifully patinaed. And on here I used the other picture that goes with the horse-nut tree, or horse chestnut tree. This was a napkin. And there's another card, little label from 1950. Made it tuck out of that pocket. And then there's another little pocket. Put that right there from the book. This is a paper clip that I made with Tim Holtz paper and embellished it with a little tiny rosette from a doily. Backside of this. This is cardstock. Scrapbook paper. We all have tons and tons of it. I'm cleaning out and I ended up giving away more than half of mine, and I still have an entire gigantic shelf of it. But I love this paper, and so I just opened it up and pressed it down and grunged it so that I would have a place for 2 tags to go. And I was given these tags by one of my girls for Christmas. I don't even know where she got them. I absolutely love them though. And there's a cherry tree with a bulb pin with some vintage laces and some mother of pearl buttons. This flips over to reveal another one of those mushroom images, which I absolutely loved. Another tag. And here we have another tag and another one of those altered paper clips from Marie. This is a digital print. Absolutely gorgeous. Edith Holden page, and where are we without our bees? Our bees are the reason why we have plants. So it was really pretty. Beautiful page from Edith Holden. All of her stuff is so stunning. Look at that. Bindweed. It looks so innocent, doesn't it? It looks so pretty. The bindweed I have here is white. It is my nemesis. Bindweed can take a house down, for sure. Beautiful images. This was a gorgeous embroidered piece. Had a little rip, so I just put a little lace, or little piece of torn lace on there. I definitely wanted to use it for a pocket. And this is a booklet that I've had for a while when I've ordered dahlias. And it's just a little sweet little booklet, how to grow dahlias. And we've all done this, used the dandelions and blown them around for wishes. Beautiful piece. Plant life. I love the older botanical books and garden books. Let me look at this gorgeous edge around this page. And it was frail, so I did secure it with a method of using, a stronger paper, not necessarily cardstock, but a stronger paper. Another piece in that. This opens up. And I printed this on presentation paper because I love this image and I really wanted to get a real bright image from it, and that helps a lot when you print on presentation paper. And I just adhered it to the back of this beautiful cardstock. There's the other part of that book page. This I know is Tsunami Rose. just a tag that I had made before. And this image with the, I'm pretty sure, oh, it's apple blossoms. Look at that, and how it was colorized. It's so fun. I think I've mentioned this before on this page when I was going through the papers I was going to use. Love it. This is seeds, and they're actually seeds. And they are sunflowers, and they're for Riley and her mother to grow together. So Alex and Riley, and they will get 7 to 12 feet high. And just little, I mean, I know she knows how to plant, but it's just you sow after the frost is gone. And there's no need, for me, I experienced there's really no need to try to start sunflowers in pots. It's just not necessary. It's a direct sow thing. And I've tried it, and the ones I put directly in the ground always grow faster than the ones I've planted up early. So there's that. Oops, I just dropped my, okay, we'll go on. Beautiful, beautiful images. I don't remember where this image just came from, but I did sew all the way around it, and even around the center image, embellishments with laces, and use that as a pocket. It's a really large pocket. Tag. Beautiful paper. And here, oh, it was 1853. Sorry if my head was in the way. 1853. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And such tiny, tiny font. The handwriting. I was going to try to read it for you, but I can't. And it's so faded and lovely. I just wanted to embellish it with some really pretty stickers. Here we are at a cherry tree that's getting ready to blossom. The March Edith Holden. March is where it's the month of crazy weather, I think. You know, you get this winter, and then all of a sudden you get this beautiful day, and then you think it's over, but it's not. Anyway, it's not in New York, and I'm sure not in Maine, where Alex is. But you start seeing more birds and blossoms on the tree, and on my crab apple start. And it just reminds me of a rebirth in so many ways. It's just, spring is just such a healing, beautiful thing. There's the Edith Holden again. Another one of those digital prints. Oh, now we need to go over here on this side. There we go. More fussy cutting, and I used a Botanical description and chart of the insides of the flower and the stamen, and then grunged it up. Love this. And here I folded that back and put some flowers, some Tim Holtz millinery flowers, and put in some more stamps on this side. I reinforced the inside with a really lovely print. There's another tuck out of the music sheets. And this has two places to tuck things on music sheets. On the music sheet, and fold it. This I made with the library cards, but I used, what did I use? Matte gel medium and a napkin, a floral napkin, and then I sewed around it. Love that paper. And here I just put a little tuck, and I folded up another image from, is this the seed catalog? Yes, I think it was. Wouldn't it be nice if a giant pack of seeds was 20 cents? That'd be nice. Obviously, this is a vintage seed catalog. This was a collage I made, and there's a little story about the bees and how they work. Another fussy cut image out of the book, and created that with it. It's not a pocket. I thought it was, but it's not. Apparently, I just did a collage. Here is the 4th paper clip from Marie. And this is a farmer's journal from an old farm journal. I've used it in other things before. And there's some extra space, but she can use it for anything she wants. And that's that other part of that music sheet. So I folded it, a couple different music sheets, and made different tucks of different shapes. And a tag, which I'm pretty sure I didn't make. And there's the other side of it. Neat, huh? So ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets with these doubling up the music sheets. Alto tag. Put a little linen on the back of that one. And as you can see, I used a lot of washi here to reinforce. Oop, need to glue that down. Deco edged that. And there's the other side of that small pocket. You can see the image I used here with some spring bulbs. Some more stickers. I'll try to sit down now. Love this image from a different botanical book. That'd be hard to fussy cut those out. And this was a file folder from the Corning Museum of Glass, which isn't far from me, and I used it in a classroom that I used to work in. But this is rather interesting. This is, so there's a chipmunk on the back. I'm sure she has chipmunks. And then right here, and then it created a little pocket with it. And I just love this tag. It came on something I purchased, but I just thought it was so fun. And what else did I stick in here? I put other part of that order form, and this shows your zones. If you open it up, you can see your zone. And Alex is way up here, so she's in, oh my goodness, cold zone. Another piece of that seed catalog, perennial flower seeds. Such a fun image too, where somebody's written, and here's the other part of it. So nice. And a sketch of the flower. And the last page on this book is the back cover. And what I did was, reveal time. I'm really hoping that's not too glary. Oh, or glary, really. This is the handmade paper that I did from the class I took. And what I did was I built it up. And in here, in here is moss. If I go like that, maybe it's not too bad. There is my maidenhair fern. There's pieces from my other ferns. I have ferns that I bring inside every year or two and hope that they'll survive. There is some lavender in there. There's some delphiniums in there. There's a little bit of lichen from a tree that I saved and dried. And this is that everyone's going to probably recognize. This is the Edith Holden page, and it's a woodland scene. And I just thought it was perfect for doing that. And like I said, I just built it up with that. It's a tape. I think you all know what I mean. Anyways, I built it up and was able to cover this frame and make that frame. So, and because these just kept catching in here, I thought it would be smart to put this piece of linen, part of a runner, over it, and it doesn't catch that way. And here is the back. Here we go. There's the back. And this was just so much fun, and you can kind of still see the fabric that I chose. it was so amazing to me that it was a very intuitive process. It was amazing to me that things just kind of were there on my desk, or if I would go into my linen scrap box, there's the perfect piece. And I always enjoy it when things like that turn out like that. And it was just a simple tie with the seam binding. And I will fill it back up and add this back, and I will mail it off. So there you go, Alex. I hope this brings you joy and reminds you of spring. And thank you so much for including me in this challenge and swap, because it really did get me out of my own head and that, you know, seasonal / depression, feeling like a sloth hibernation thing. But no, I really am looking forward to creating more books, altered journals and art books, and this really did push me along in that direction. So thank you all. I know it was long, and I appreciate your time, and you have a wonderful day. Bye.